This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff. And whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Cerusia.
And I'm your host who's ready to talk anime of the year, Davis Bates.
This episode is not our weekly anime review, but the ending of one of our weekly animes. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo.
First, before we jump into the anime, we have to talk about this. If you are watching the podcast, which you should do that too, because we make a lot of faces. We're both talking. We talk with our hands and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A wonderful Christmas gift to us from a wonderful person is a Normal Nerds podcast neon sign.
Yeah.
Which Davis and I have talked about many of times before forgetting. But
Yes.
So we'd like to thank that person, Camilla.
Holy shit, Camilla. This is awesome.
Yeah. She is our number one fan.
Apparently, holy crap.
Has solidified herself as probably our number one fan forever.
Yeah, probably at this point, yeah. This is friggin'
Camilla, this is beyond
nuts.
amazing. To see you guys, we have great fans. You'll probably never top Camilla, but you can get second.
Yeah, you definitely could.
Yeah. But
Definitely
this
could.
is
This
amazing.
Is wild.
So
this is wild.
if you haven't seen it,
I was out shopping when I walked back in. I was like, oh, does he have like the different color light bulbs on? Because I could see the blue from outside. And I walked in and I was like, what the hell is this? It's sick. We'll definitely find a better spot to hang. We're probably gonna hang it behind us. We think we'll find out. It's gonna be a whole thing.
I think it could fit right here.
I think it could fit right here and look all right. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea. Yeah.
I just have to like move the front lights a little closer so it just counterbalances.
Yeah, it all doesn't. Yeah, we'll get it all. This is all.
But
how the magic is made.
It
This is nuts.
is.
Thank you.
Well, just real quick while we're at it too, just because Camilla, you're amazing. Thanks for doing this. The Hinata that was a gift for.
And so is Yuta.
And so is Yuta. So she has done more for our studio than
We have.
So shout out to
We bought the corkboard.
Camilla, our number one fan.
Oh my goodness.
This is so sick though.
This thing's crazy. And it looks it's wild.
It's easily the best part of our studio now.
Yeah.
Easily.
100%. It's a real piece of the studio.
I know, yeah.
Like it's a real podcast.
She's like every podcast needs a neon sign.
That's
like,
not wrong. Yeah, they do. They're sick with them. It's
and now
awesome.
we're legit. Now we're legit. Watch this also and we get 1 million viewers.
That'd be amazing.
Because
of
one sign.
Because of one sign. I'll take it.
But if you're just listening, check out the podcast. Davis will have the video edited up probably not.
Honestly, I'm probably if I get really bored at work tomorrow, I'll probably have this up tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So,
Okay.
So it won't be in the morning, but it'll be at some point.
But this episode, we're back from the holidays. Holidays got pretty busy because I was in Albany for a very long time.
Yes.
Not a very long time, a week and a half.
Yeah.
So obviously we couldn't record. So we missed a lot of weekly anime reviews, like Shangri-La Frontiers on a break.
Yeah, they're doing a split season. I don't know
Spy's Family's kind of doing a split season.
I don't know if they're doing a split season or if it was just the new year, so they took off.
Something. We'll have to look into that.
I don't know if Japan has the same New Year as us.
Yes, they do.
They do? Okay. I didn't know we give them a calendar too. Jesus, dude. All right.
So we didn't put out anything because I was away.
Yeah.
Which we missed probably the biggest thing that happened all year besides Gear 5. Quote unquote.
This is the biggest thing that happened in all anime.
Yeah, biggest thing that happened in anime. I agree.
This has been
besides One Piece getting announced the remake. That's the biggest thing that happened.
That's not the biggest thing that happened.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm pumped for that. Don't get me wrong. This is way bigger than that.
I don't know. That's pretty big.
This is huge.
We've been like screaming for them to like remaster animes.
We have.
And they never have. They wouldn't, and they've never done it. And we've been yelling like, "Come on, remaster animes, remaster." We've been saying it for this podcast for like 2 years.
Yes, we have.
And then they finally were like, "We're doing it." And I was like,
oh. It's gonna be amazing and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
But I think this is way bigger. This was not only maybe it's my own personal algorithm. This is all I've seen. Like all I've seen. Like just kind of like a million different. I mean, like I've seen a couple different things, but like this is like anime wise.
I wonder if the
algorithm
knew like I didn't watch it.
Maybe it saved you.
I watched it very recently.
Maybe it saved
because like I didn't see anything out of it.
This is all I've seen.
And yeah, maybe it did save me out because then I just recently saw like a I recently saw it looks like fan made maybe. And I thought it was a fight from this like season, but apparently it's a fight in the manga for later, which I was like, no!
I hate they keep doing that. They keep trying to spoil it. By the way, we're talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, everyone.
Yeah, anyways, yeah. So Jujutsu Kaisen ended, season 2 ended, and we're here to talk about the season, the last 2 episodes, because if you didn't hear them on the podcast, we're going to talk about mainly those 2 episodes, and then we're going to rank the season. We both have already declared it's our anime of the year. If you disagree, 100%. I don't even know. I literally don't know.
I have no idea.
My Hero was really, really good.
Yeah, it could contend, but it can't contend because JJK was so much better.
Yeah, JJK might have been what year is so. I think we even said it could be anime of the decade, but like that's a little extreme.
It is a little extreme. I'm not Watch Mojo. I'm not gonna change that. I'm not gonna say anime of the decade and change my list every.
We have to do a reaction to that stupid Watch Mojo list.
Which one?
What was it? Oh
no! Why did we put it on the board?
We should have because it's the worst list ever. Oh, it was like best anime of all time. And
and it was terrible.
It was god. We'll listen for that eventually. But let's talk about this anime. So we have to talk about 2 episodes mainly.
Yeah.
The episode when pretty much everyone in the show all got together.
Yep. Everyone that was left in the show.
Minus Nabaro and Megumi and whatever. But yeah, so it starts out Yuji and Uzumaki.
Correct. Yeah.
That's how it starts out.
It starts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you mean when Mahito gets captured and turned into Uzumaki.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I just said Uzumaki because that was the name of the thing. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. That was. I talked about the podcast before this one. I think actually that I did call it. And there was no spoiler involved with that. I was just like, I'm a genius.
You did call that. I really thought I had seen that. I was like, Davis called this.
Yeah. Same thing with the brother later on too. But that was awesome. Just it looked so painful to get sealed, and I enjoyed that. But I really wish. I know this is great for story and plot and everything. I really wish Yuji just got to beat his face in.
Yeah, you felt so bad for Yuji there.
Yeah,
like he was like, you could tell he was like,
I just wanted to kill him. It's fine. I did this whole speech where it's like my only thing that I do now.
Yeah. It was, so it did look awful, him getting turned into a Rasengan.
Absorbed. Yeah, Rasengan. I saw reels about that, too. It's like every Naruto fan, when that happened, was like, oh!
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was a shout-out to Naruto. I know Uzumaki, I looked it up, Mean Spiral or something like that. But it's like, I've literally, and you said you may have saw it in another anime, but I've never ever seen the word Uzumaki if it wasn't related to Naruto.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a common word in Japan they use, but they never use it in anime.
Yeah.
And, it was only one of those things I was like, is this a shout out to Naruto? Which was really cool.
It was, yeah.
Really cool. But I was like, Yuji obviously wouldn't react because he's like watching Mahito get turned into...
He's going through a lot right now.
I mean, that's what it touched. But Naruto is canon in Jujutsu Kaisen, so...
That's true, yeah.
Yuji literally said when he found out his curse ability, he's like, I don't get Rasengan.
Yeah,
so,
true.
It exists.
Yeah.
So maybe he would react to Uzumaki and say, maybe later on. It would be really funny if it did.
It'd be really
awesome. It'd be really funny.
If Geto uses, or Kichu, Buchu, whatever the brain, uses that ability again and he says it and Yuji can react, that would be wild. I love the sealing of him the absorbing of him was awesome. I really did enjoy. I'm just gonna keep calling him Geto because I don't know how to say the brain's name.
Geto.
Kitsu Buchu or something like that. Ghetto's whole speech was awesome, especially when he talked about how original Geto probably his power is so broken that he probably would have won the incident in the movie had Gojo not been a thing, had he not divided his forces and all that stuff. Which the way the brain's using it, I agree with. The way Geto was using it, I guess I disagree with because Yuta beat his ass in.
Yuta did beat his ass.
He beat his ass hard, yeah. And then he did survive it technically. But then Gojo killed him. So it was like, I thought that was great. I think I liked it. It's one of those things where it's like, I knew his power was really good. And I felt like we didn't get to showcase how insane in both the movie and in the beginning of the season, the first 5 episodes. We didn't get really to see how strong Geto's ability was. And then the brain is just like... He's literally just playing with all of them the entire time, using his ability. I know this is the weaker parts of the squad technically, but even so, he's still he's bodying them left and right. So it's very good to see how this villain's power is actually broken as hell. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. And then when God, what's with the Bloodgate's name?
Choso
showing up, phenomenal. Yuji just has a million brothers at this point.
Yep. And Yuji might be a demon womb curse painting thing. Yeah, might be. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm pumped though.
It's really interesting because like the way he explained it was like, you know, he could feel when his brothers felt.
Yes.
But Yuji is like when Yuji was about to die, that's what he felt. He never felt anything else with Yuji until that one point. But he felt what his brothers could feel. Not just death. It wasn't just death.
I thought you said it was just death.
I think he said he could just feel. I'll have to go back and look. But I'm pretty sure he talked about he could feel what they feel.
Okay.
And then when they died, he was just like, oh, they're dead. But I think it would be really cool if Yuji was. It would make sense that why he can hold Sukuna. We've never heard about his parents.
Yeah.
We know nothing about his backstory.
Explains why he's a freaking juggernaut of a human being.
Yeah, so I think it'd be really cool. And that'd be a good call out by you. Yeah. But him showing up was awesome. That fight was sick. Oh my God. Except the whole entire time of the fight, I was like, is anyone else going to jump in?
I know. They were doing nothing.
Well, first of all, I want to talk about this. And I thought it was actually really cool. It was, so the witch girl shows up, which she did a really cool thing that they blocked their hands, which she was upset about. That was pretty fucking cool.
It was super cool, but unfortunately, this ain't your fight.
No, but
you ain't her.
She does the lantern thing, which I thought was cool because he's like, well, you don't think I can recognize your presence, and then they shoot the arrows, and then May's sister there, May's.
Yes.
She shoots the sniper rifle, and I was like, oh.
No, it's Maki. The girl is May.
May, yes.
Yes.
So Maki's sister.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
Yes, May. Because there's also May. But anyways, we'll get to that scene in a second. But she shoots. What I like the scene because she shoots Geto with a sniper rifle. And at first I was like, dumb. And then he's like, using real bullets makes sense. And I was like, fuck, that does make sense.
It does make a lot of sense.
That makes so much. What is Yuji gonna do against a machine gun?
I know, yeah. I know, yeah.
Well, I mean, Yuji would be fine because he gets stabbed a million times. But what are half the people
gonna do?
Yeah,
what are they gonna do with that? Yeah. I mean, think about it too. It's like we shit on it all the time. The scene in season 1 where Navarro gets taken out by rubber bullets, but if that'd been a real bullet, Navarro would be dead.
Yeah, that's true.
So, well, dead at that time.
Yeah.
So, it's just, yeah. I don't want the gun ability to be cool and actually work and make sense, but I guess it pretty much does. I guess it does make sense in this world to do this.
If her curse ability, which they did not establish, I can't remember exactly. If her curse ability is she's on point no matter where she is, that's cool. I don't think that was her ability.
No, her big ability is that she can make a single curse bullet and shoot it when she doesn't have any bullets.
But if she had her curse ability was she has almost Nanamis from a distance. That would be cool because then she's a perfect archer.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that she's a nice, perfect long range fighter.
And then because there's not really any long range fighter except for I don't remember. I really don't remember the kid's power. The blind kid. He's not actually blind.
The blind kid.
He's not actually blind. Kumo, whatever. His grandfather, his clan had the brain guy in it. And that Choso remembered.
Oh, the blood kid. Yeah. Kimu.
It's blood magic. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember his his curse.
Yeah.
Ability. He just shot the arrows and I was like, dude, what are you doing?
He actually does Choso's attack in season 1.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't even half as powerful, but he does it against Hanami actually when she shows up to or it shows up to the whatever the hell gender it was. Shows up. Hanami, was it she or he? I'm not sure.
It was a she.
You think?
The way she talked.
I don't know.
Just the voice.
I think so too, but I have no idea. In this show, I have no idea. But anyways, yeah, he did that against it, and it hit Hanami in the head, and then it was like, okay, now we're back. There was nothing. So, but they even pointed out that Chozo's was so much better because Chozo is a demon womb painting or some shit like that, or cursed womb painting. I can't remember what it's called. But because he's just built differently. He's built different. Better.
I did love
that whole scene was great.
What's his name? Como?
Choso.
Nope. The kid who uses the blood magic that's not the demon.
I don't know what his name is.
I think it's Como.
Okay, maybe it might be it, yeah.
I'm pretty sure because they're like, Como. They're he calls out that guy.
He calls out the last name.
Blah, blah, and he's like, me?
And somehow that guy, the guy they called out was the most, no. Yeah, he's the most hated sorcerer, Jujutsu sorcerer in all of history.
Yeah.
They said that. It's okay. Sukuna's not? Really? I mean,
Sukuna's not a Jujutsu sorcerer.
I feel like I'm banking on that he was, and then he made himself into a curse somehow.
That's possible.
Because there's no way he just he knows way too much about. He acts more like a sorcerer than he does a curse.
He does. He definitely does. What does Sukuna look like again though? That's the thing.
He's got 4 arms. He's got 4 of everything.
I mean, he could just be really smart.
He could. I mean,
because like look at this brain. Look at this brain. This brain is just as actually this brain knows like jujutsu shit just as much as
you're not. I'm not disagreeing with you. That's a very good point. That's probably very possible. But I just feel I don't know. I feel like Sukuna knows the true nature of cursed energy. So like maybe he just did something to himself. I don't know. I'm banking on that he was a sorcerer at one point and he like somehow warped himself into a curse.
Well, so far you've been pretty good at guessing on the show. Could be wrong about this one. Who knows?
I did feel when Chozo showed up, I felt fucking amazing. Yeah, I would not lie.
Prefer that he wasn't originally a jutsu sorcerer. I would like him to be like the primal, like the original curse.
Okay,
like, he was like, or like if like it'd be cool if they like the show those actions like because we have no idea where the curses go.
Yeah, when they're destroyed.
Like. Or where when they first appear, where they appear from. I know we prefer energy and everything like that, but like it'd be kind of cool if there was like a whole like twisted world and like I don't know, it'd just be kind of cool if that like Sukuna could go in between the two.
Maybe
that'd be kind of cool, kind of be like a Yu Yu Hakusho kind of thing, but like
yeah, I don't know.
But I would just prefer that. That'd be kind of cool, but like I would prefer if he was just like like he was just a badass curse. He wasn't like his motive is just like. I'm a curse and I'm evil, and that's it. Like that.
I guess.
And then took Yuji to break him a little bit, but
I want Yuji to break his face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kasuna has a little bit of a. He doesn't, but he has a little. He cares for Yuji a little bit. It's mainly for survival.
I actually think he doesn't care about Yuji at all.
Well, I think it's just for survival aspects.
Maybe, but he doesn't care about that. Like, he was like fine with Yuji dying at points. That's true. I think Sukuna actually might hate Yuji the most in the show. He never calls him by name ever.
What's
he calls other people by their name. He calls him kid or boy or something.
Oh, I never thought about that.
He's like, what's with this? He called him Itadori once when at the beginning of the show when Itadori sealed him again. But I don't think. Yeah, I actually think he hates Itadori. Like he's always making fun of him. And remember at the end of last season, he was just like after people died at the end of last season, he was just there. It was one random scene, but he's doing that stupid gross talk out of the side of Yuji's face thing, and he's just like insulting Yuji the entire time, saying it's his fault. Like he's trying to like destroy Yuji. Like that was like when he just to finish my point when he was done annihilating everyone in Shibuya. Like he brought Yuji right back to the point. And said, "Enjoy this kid," because he knew it would mess him up. He wants to hurt Yuji.
That's true.
The only time I think that doesn't make sense, that maybe he does like Yuji a little bit or on some level, was when Yuji was pretty much killed by Chozo, and Sukuna had a line of like, "Oh, to die to such trash like this, how pathetic," something like that. So maybe he like recognizes Yuji's strength in some way, but
I don't think it's like he like personally likes you. I think he just likes to keep Yuji alive.
Yeah, I think it will help in the long run. That's why he made the deal with him. But I think he actually I don't know. Maybe it's because what I want to be in the show because I want Sukuna to be the most evil. I want him just to hate Yuji.
I just want Sukuna so far he's been a great villain because he's just evil. He's just evil. That's why it's like if he was like a Jujutsu sorcerer who like became like a curse, which would be kind of cool. I'd just be like.
It doesn't have to be good if he was a Jujutsu sorcerer. Still.
It doesn't have to be good, but I'd be like, ooh, it's not the show that has to be original. It'd just be so unoriginal. It'd be so unoriginal.
I guess.
Like if he was just a bad curse, I'd be like, oh, nice, here we go.
I mean,
there's always like and then they were originally, and then they changed, and it's like, I just find if he was just like, I'm just the king, bad daddy of all curses.
Okay.
Like I know Lucifer was an angel, but like. Mm-hmm. See, it's so unoriginal. It's been happening since the beginning of time.
It's a great story, man. It's one of the best.
Like I said, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. But I feel like they would Jujutsu Kaisen it, where it's like when they do like old stories, they kind of just like it's like they're like barely images and they barely show the people's faces and then this happened.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's like even like when they like showed like Megumi's final demon thing, which I can't remember its name, which was awesome. Final curse. Sorry.
Megumi? It's Mahagora.
Yeah. And like when they showed like they're like it was that family against this family.
Oh, they just talked about it.
And then it showed like one quick image of like an empty-ish like old Japanese style house.
Yeah.
And it was just like that was it.
That was it. Yeah. So maybe they did it that way.
But anyways. Okay.
This is how good this show is. We just had a 10-minute discussion of Jujutsu theory. The people might already know that we don't.
People already know. The one thing I am enjoying about seeing on the internet, and I 100% agree, and I don't care what anyone says, the domain expansions, a lot of the curse energy stuff, it's all, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're like it's confusing as all hell, which is like I love. Actually, I was thinking about it. I don't like. Sometimes I just like when like the magic's magic.
Yeah.
It's just like it's cursed energy. It's sick.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's all you got to do. Also, so anyways, so all the people decide to jump in. Blah blah. What is with this girl with the sword? I can't remember her name.
Yusus Miwa.
Yusus Miwa. I don't know. Like I liked her in the first season. Like, is she a big fan? Like, did the fans like her this much?
Probably.
That they had to have her give her a little monologue? Like, where she's like, and then I focus with my sword. And I'm like, who are you?
I think she did that just morally to show, to remind fans, because the anime loves to remind people, what her technique is, so that when the real guy who can use the technique showed up, they didn't have to do another explanation for it, you know? Because it's the shadow, because like they have the same style. Like that's what Geto pointed out. It was like, oh, at least there's someone competent in the shadow school style or something.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with that. I was so locked in. I was like, oh, she's talking. That's cool. She's swinging the sword though, so that works.
I know. I mean, she's had like 2 scenes. Like the other scene with her on the with Mekimaro. I was like, who cares about?
Well, that was Mekimaro.
Actually, that's 3 scenes now because in the earlier in the season there was a scene with her and Mekimaro.
But that was important though.
I guess I don't know.
They were talking about who the traitor was.
I know.
We thought it was Yusus Miwa for a second.
I'm just saying that I'm gonna say it. I don't care about her.
Oh, I think
that's
a little aggressive. I think she's one of the better characters at that school.
Toto.
I'm not saying the best, one of the better. She's better than Mai.
That's for sure.
She's better than the girl with the broom.
Oh, I like the witch girl. I think she looks like a witch.
I think this girl's cool. I think Yusus Miwa's cooler.
Panda's cooler.
Panda is not from that.
Yeah, that's right. He was just with them because they only work together because they can't do anything else.
Well, Becky and Mario, like, they don't talk about it in the show, but I think they do. It's like they're all offended that he like tried to get them out of there, but they were useless.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
they were absolutely useless.
Yeah, they did nothing.
They did nothing
they literally
at all.
Nothing.
They stood there.
Yeah,
they got in the way actually at one point.
And then the ice kid shows up, which I don't even remember that kid's name, but it's like Uamari or something like that.
Sukuna's friend.
Yeah. Sukuna's little buddy there.
Yeah.
Of course, there's ice magic, which is the most annoying magic.
Yeah, it's up there. It's pretty rough magic to be using.
It's like one of the top most annoying.
Curse energy, whatever.
Because it always works on people where it's just like, and then you're frozen.
Then you're frozen if you move too much, you're gonna break in half and all that stuff.
But then usually he's got Sukuna in him, so
yeah, it didn't freeze him as hard. I love the line of like, whose body do you think that is? And it's like, Yuji's still bitch. So
right now.
I thought it was cool. Like, of course, it was actually a cool like little contrast too, because I don't know what Sukuna's power is, but fire was a big thing for him this time. So like, fire and ice, they're best buddies. They're both terrible somehow. And it has he I don't remember which I can't tell the gender for some reason.
I have no idea on that one.
I think it's a dude.
They just make me
has reverse curse technique, which is huge.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm pretty sure it's a dude. The only reason I ever think it's a girl is because the way they look reminds me of the girl from Noragami.
Yeah.
They have like the same haircut.
Yeah.
And they're both bad.
You're right. I'm gonna just say it's a dude.
It's
for
a dude.
now.
It's
I
a
think
dude.
it's a dude.
I
did like how Chozo's attack could actually hurt him though. That was cool.
That was cool.
That gives me hope for like next season.
And he's like, "What is that?" I love it. He's like, "What am I? Am I poisoned?" He's like, "Of course." Because my blood. And I was like, well, yeah, I mean.
I really do love how the show is just like taking, I never thought much of the blood kids technique too much, but man, it's just so much cooler in Chozo. I like how they're using that, like these techniques that exist out there and giving it to cooler characters to do cooler things with. So that was amazing. And then of course, at the end of that episode, because we're still only talking about one episode right now.
Yes, we are.
Our special grade sorcerer shows up.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Toto's master,
who might be. There's so many characters in the show we haven't seen. I don't even know what Tengen-sama does. I know he creates a barrier.
Yeah, she didn't mention that. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, and what? Toji's dead, so Jogo's dead. She's got to be like top 3 in the world.
Probably, yeah.
Strength wise.
After Gojo got locked away, yeah.
Yeah, or she might be number 1 right now.
Honestly,
because,
I don't know. Yeah, we got to figure out what Yuta is, but yeah.
You know what Yuta is, but I mean,
we don't know. He's special grade. We just don't know what level he is.
I don't know how strong Yuta is, or is he just like a huge pussy, so he has to listen to the things. But or he actually listens. Maybe that's his thing. Because like
I think he listens in this case. He's doing it. He's going after Yuji because of Inumaki.
Yes, but like he seems to be like he talks to them.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
and he was on a mission for them when he was.
I guess maybe he does. Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he's part of the school a little bit.
So I don't know if he just cares about being part of the school more, or he's just not strong enough to take him. I don't know. But the other two,
he's got to be strong. He's on Ghetto.
What?
He's got to be strong. I think Yuta's stupid. Yeah, Yuta's a dumbass.
I think he just listens to the school. Yeah. I think he's a little more paladin than Gojo and blonde hair girl are, because they're so strong that they can just like the only reason. Gojo was always one of those bad lines. Like, well, I can do whatever I want because I can just kill them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's like, what?
And she can do that as well.
Apparently, she can do that too.
I wish we ever could have seen the fight. I wanted to see the fight so bad. I loved the next episode. I really did. I thought it was a great ending to the season. God, I wanted to see her fight so badly.
Me too.
Classic JJK though. It's like next time. We gotta wait.
Like, worm, skeleton, dragonfly thing flying around her.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. That wasn't in last season, so I don't know what that's about. Wasn't in this season. I don't know what that's about.
No idea. Liked how she sort of knew though what Ghetto was going for and everything with absorbing Mojito and all this stuff. I like how she also has frigging like Yuji one brain cell and all that stuff. Those scenes are cracking me up. It's like, what's with this guy? It's like, I don't really know anymore.
Yeah, that's those scenes were actually the first time I noticed. I was like, oh, they are struggling with animation.
What do you mean?
They were drawn stupidly, like they usually are, but they were drawn. Go back and look. Yuji was talking one time. I was like, is this Terrence and Phillip?
Oh,
it's like it's not that it's bad. It's just because
it's like a lot of it's like right out of the manga though. Like she looks like that in the manga.
Maybe that is, but it's just there's just a lot of times like they're like side characters or like smaller scenes or just like you can just tell that they were just like, we're not going to animate this art.
Yeah, we can't handle that. Like, that I agree with. And we talk about later too. It's like whatever when they were recapping everything that happened afterwards or whatever, they just like were doing
places.
Yeah, like a scenery they already had, stills and all that stuff.
Still scenery. Yeah. So I feel like which like it's fine with me because then you got the Chozo fight, which was awesome. So it's like, maybe that's what you guys need to focus on doing. It's like, when maybe there's a conversation which we could watch them talking, skip that. Don't worry about animating that and animate the sick ass fights. I mean, you had an entire episode. You had an entire season that was fights. So that's a little tough, but.
And the next one's called the Culling Games arc, so it might be even more fights. I can't wait.
Dude, I don't even know where to go from here. And I feel like there were so many things unanswered, and I love it.
Yeah, me too. I'm really pumped to see what Ghetto's whole plan turns out to be, or the Brain's whole plan turns out to be, because like
I know it's so hard.
It's so hard. I'm just calling him the Brain. He's the Brain.
No, because then that sounds like Pinky and the Brain.
They're evil.
They wish.
They want to take over the world. I don't know, man. But the Brain, So he's been making deals, which is like, according to Sukuna, one of like the fundamental things of curse energy. I still don't know. He's making deals for hundreds of years, and now using Mojito, he was able to. I don't know if he changed the nature of the deals so that he could unseal all of them, or he did something to himself so he could like mass project the unsealing. I'm not 100% sure. I really don't know what he did there. Like I know he released a bunch of curses on a lot of people that he had under seals. I still don't understand. Like he wants to cause chaos and like bring the world back to the golden age of sorcery where everyone was super strong and fighty and all that stuff. Which this will do it, definitely do it, because especially with the next arc being the Culling Games arc, means they're gonna kill off all the weak sorcerers. But I still don't really understand why he needed Mojito. Like, I don't really understand what happened there.
Oh, yeah, and he said specifically he needed Mojito to get to that level because he thanked Yuji for doing that, because once you absorb a curse, they don't increase after that.
Correct.
So he needed Mojito to get that certain level, and he wished he had Jogo too, which...
I mean, Jogo was a friggin'
I know, but it's
monster.
Like... Well, that's another thing. It's like, why don't you just take Jogo immediately then?
I guess it's a good point. Maybe because, I think the idea for this one was he needed him for the Shibuya incident, but didn't need him. Like, how do I put this? They needed numbers to begin with in Shibuya to distract all the sorcerers and all that stuff. So if he had, like, say he absorbed all those curses, all the sorcerers just focus on him.
Which he could have beat him.
Which, I mean, what?
He could have beat him.
Maybe, definitely. Yeah.
Maybe. I definitely think you got it.
Regardless, he might have been able to seal Gojo then too.
Well, I mean, like after he sealed Gojo, he could have just took Jojo.
Maybe, but regardless, I think like
who knows?
I think things progress too fast after that.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
I mean, and then
you can only seal one person at a time, curse at a time.
But I mean, yeah.
So like he seals Gojo, then Mahito gets him though. It looks like when he's sealing them.
Yeah.
He's pretty wide open.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
It looks like it needs focus to do it.
Yeah. But I did love it though because when it's Megumi's sister, I was like,
I forgot about that.
I totally forgot about that. I was like, oh,
what's the connection?
She's gonna be a sorcerer.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that. I'm pumped to see that. Oh.
And I'm really interested to see. And I like the evacuation of all the cities and everything. That was cool. And
yeah.
That one girl is way too cool with curses. The little girl that Yuta saves.
Oh yeah.
She was not fazed by it at all.
Not in the slightest. Yeah.
I was like, you're weird.
And you can see these things too.
Yeah.
They're a curse sorcerer, man.
I was hoping she was gonna like pull out some move.
Oh yeah, you thought.
And then Yuta would be like, what the hell?
No, Yuta, of course. And he still has Rika somehow. Maybe made a new one. Because I thought Rika got exercised, but
did she?
At the end of last season, I thought she did. I thought that was the whole thing.
And the movie.
At the end of the movie, I thought it was and I'm pretty sure Maki says it at the end in season 1 that Rika got exercised. So maybe, but I'm pretty confident his power is making curses. Yes. So I think he probably could have just made a new one.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Who knows? We'll find out in the next season, which I'm so excited for. 2025.
So far
away. It's so far away, but it's not a movie, so it's not like a 2-year wait. It's a 1-year wait.
That's true.
You know.
That is true. I'd rather have a season.
And the Mappa animators get to go home for a week to sleep.
Yeah, Mappa, just stop taking on so many shows.
That's not a bad idea. Too.
Yeah, like it's
just focus on JJK.
Yeah, I love a lot of the shows you do. Hell's Paradise was fun.
Majority of the shows you do, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Hell's Paradise was awesome. Would like a second season of that. Don't worry.
We're getting
one
next year. Don't
even worry about it. But now that you're not doing Attack on Titan, that's a huge help.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because you're phoning that one in already.
What's Mappa got on their schedule here?
There's a lot of stuff coming. I think
they got too much stuff on their schedule.
Pretty huge. I'm pumped for actually. I was going through all this stuff. Like there's some stuff that's sticking out for next season, but I'm really pumped. Not the next anime cycle, but next year. We got Overlord coming back. Oof. We got Demon Slayer starts in February, which I'm pumped for.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm really pumped for that. It's so soon. It's an Overlord. Konosuba is getting in there next season.
Nice.
What else I see? I saw a
few.
Yeah,
Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise getting another one. I saw a few.
We don't know when that's coming out.
Tower of God.
Finally.
I know, right. Yeah, it's been so long. I was still with my grandmother when that was coming out.
Well, actually, they have a pretty light 2024 right now.
Good. Maybe
we're not too sure. It says Hell's Paradise Season 2. We're not exactly sure when that's coming out.
Okay.
Might be next year.
I hope so.
They have... Oh, I do want to watch this show.
Which one?
It's called... Damn it. It's called Buchi Giri or something like this.
It
looks like old school anime style, and I was like,
I have no idea.
It looks like
nice.
A fighting anime.
It looks cool, though. Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks like old school.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah.
Well, Mappa, you did it again.
I know. They're just going to pull you right back in. I think Mashal's getting a second season, too, next year.
And then this with the gay Japanese kid throwing a baseball. I don't know what that's about.
But you like baseball, so.
I do like baseball. I don't know what this Mappa's doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, so. I don't know.
I don't know.
That sounds cool.
That does sound cool.
Yeah, there's a lot. We got some big decisions coming up in the near future here, what we're picking up. Because I don't know.
Chainsaw Man never coming back? Jeez, that wasn't even on the list.
They have a movie next year.
Oh.
Yeah, always fun. So we got a lot of decisions to make.
Demon Slayer comes back in February. Well, Demon Slayer is obviously one of them.
Oh yeah, we gotta watch it. Yeah, as much as our opinions on Lando last season,
it's still a great show.
It's still a great show. I can't wait.
I was just saying that's just one of them we're gonna watch.
That's one we gotta watch.
Soul 11 does come out,
but it's later. It's in spring, I think.
What? I thought it came out super.
I'm pretty sure they bumped it to spring. I think that's what I read. I was looking up. I was looking up what.
Of course.
Yeah, or maybe it was always supposed to be there. I don't know. I was looking up anime to watch because I was really concerned because I knew everything was coming to an end and we haven't picked up anything yet. So, if you guys got any suggestions out there, hit us in the comments.
2 days from now.
Oh, well, never mind. I guess I was lied to.
Yeah, this says...
Facebook. Thanks.
I'll double check on it, but that was just the first one I saw. That was a 9-hour-old article.
Well, perfect. Well, there we go. Now we got to pick that. Now we get to pick up soul leveling. That'll work.
It better be good.
It better be good. And then who knows what Spike's family's doing, and then obviously Shangri-La Frontier will get its next part eventually.
Yeah.
But
so, yeah, it was good stuff. But JJK, it was a wonderful ending.
I can't wait for anime awards this year.
Which this was going to be the only anime we probably ranked the season long. Only big animes get this.
Mm-hmm.
We don't give it out to just the regular animes.
No.
But JJK, we should rank this season. Not rank it. Give it a rating 1 out of 10.
Okay.
As you always start.
10.
Disagree, but
10. Hardcore. This was awesome. There wasn't a bad episode in this entire season. The animation was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was some of the best animation I've ever seen in my life. This, like, I always toyed with the idea that JJK was like definitely in my top 5. I wasn't really sure. Definitely didn't beat out. It still doesn't beat out Naruto and One Piece, but it solidified itself as my 3rd favorite anime of all time right now.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
It's
so
amazing.
definitely 10. 10. I'll rewatch this entire season. I love it.
That was great.
Oh my god, the freaking prequel at the beginning was so good. So
Prequel was good.
yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
10.
I'll give it a 9.6.
Okay.
I still think the pain arc is better. The pain arc not only has like this has more fights and some of the fights are better. The one thing this season lacks is emotional impact. Like there's no
I feel bad for Yuji.
I felt bad for Yuji.
Not only got exploded in front of his face.
No, yeah, there was, but like you try to do the level of Naruto, like no chance. Jiraiya dies, like the village accepts him again. Naruto's comeback, like just like the epic, like the fights in this were epic, but like in Naruto's fight against Pain, like you literally were like, ah! Like when he just took out the one bot, like it just had so much more emotion behind it. When Yuji fought, Mahito was the one fight where I was like, yeah, fuck him up. Mm-hmm. Every other fight, I was just like, I was like, it was awesome and amazing. I'm not downplaying the fights in any sense of the word. I give it a 9.6. It's high up there. It's probably my 2nd favorite arc of all time, but it's not better than the Pain arc. It's just not.
I think it's not better than the Pain arc. Both can be 10.
Not in my mind. There's only one 10.
Nah, I'm gonna give this a 10.
Yeah,
this hit every quality needed to be a 10. It was every week I was like jonesing to watch.
Yeah.
We talked about it on the podcast. Yeah. It's like every week. And there's still an anime like that. I'm like every week I want to watch. But this one I was like, Maxwell, get home. I want to watch this.
This was one of those the second it ended. You were like, no, and it's really sad that it's over. Like, and that's where I was like, I was waiting to see how the last episode was going to be because I was like, couldn't. The whole entire time, I'm like, oh my god, this might be one of my favorite arcs of all time. This was of any anime, and the ending did not disappoint.
Nope,
and that's what I was glad about, because like you never know what you're gonna get with endings of arcs.
Yeah, it can always be something weird,
and it did not disappoint.
No, it was spectacular. So
I've definitely gone back and I rewatch things and stuff like that
every day. I've seen the Sukuna Mahagora fight like 8,000 times.
That fight is crazy.
I've watched people break down the animation in it.
That fight is crazy.
I never do that shit.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
That like I said, I think if I point 4 away is just that none of the fights really had meaning. That was the only reason that's the only.
I'll
thing
give you credit on not as the meaning of the Pain arc.
No, not even like Zoro, like even Zoro fighting King like had more meaning. Like a lot of the fights minus Yuji fighting Mahito. Like the majority of the fights were just like, this is not a problem. This is not a problem. I'm just think it's better when there is some of those fights. Is that majority of the fights were just like, you're bad and you're good, fight. And once again, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying when.
I don't think the Zoro fight was more important. Was more emotionally than
you don't think it was?
Than the Mahito fight? No.
I don't. Not the Mahito fight. No.
Okay.
I would say, but I was saying like that's an example of like it's not that, but like there was like a good guy versus a bad guy, and they still like managed to like just like implement some like story and background to it. Where like a lot of the fights in this were just like you came across a bad guy, fight.
Okay.
Which once again, I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying when there is like a little bit of emotional attachment, it adds a little bit to the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't agree with the King fight, but I do agree with the Pain portion of it. I do agree with that portion. I don't think the King fight was that emotional. Like, I understood the Straw Hats were doing things, but it was just
a big moment for Zoro. It was a huge moment for Zoro.
I think it was a bigger moment when he threw away when he cut Kaido or repelled their Conqueror of the Sea.
That was more badass.
Conquest of the Sea. I think that was he just didn't like he fought King. Yeah, he fought King a couple in the One Piece fashion. He fought King a few times, like once before this, where it was like or they encountered him one time before this, and they extended the fight and all this stuff. But I just like when he was fighting, it was badass and it was awesome. And yes, it helps Zoro grow. But the entire time I was just like, it was like when I was watching the Jogo fight. I was just like, these are just badass guys fighting each other right now. This is sick. Like I didn't feel anything big there for them.
Well, it's like I think the way I explain it is like when Zoro's like finally does it and he has the sword and you got his backstory and everything. I was like, do it. Like, you know, when, it was like when you used Black Flash on like Mojito. I was like, let's go. Like, you know, like when like it's like I'm like, oh, like that, and then like when Toto like showed up and like did that fake clap, I was just like, oh, like there's like
I'll agree. I'll put it in this. I'll agree with this one. In the Zoro fight, at least I was rooting for a side. In both the Jogo and the Magoro fight, I wasn't rooting for a side.
No, you're just rooting for a sick animation.
Oh, yeah. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
Like that's what I'm saying is like it's a 9.6. It's my second favorite arc of all time. I'm trying to think of what would be my third. I don't know.
Sabaody or
not Sabaody.
No. Wano?
Nah, I haven't finished Wano. Well, I'm trying to think. That one arc from Attack on Titan is amazing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But right now, I can easily say Pain arc is number 1 and Jujutsu Kaisen Shibuya Incident is number 2. I can easily say those.
That's fair.
I can easily say.
That's very fair.
And that's incredible. Yeah. That's what I was trying to think. It was like the best way to explain it is like the reason I give it 9.6 is if this is not a disservice. This is how it works nowadays. If this show came out in 1990, I wouldn't have cared about it. I wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have. The story's pretty good, but like, if it was just for like 1990,
if it had the 1990 animation. Okay, yeah, okay. I see.
If it had 90s animation, it wouldn't be as good. But like, all shows nowadays are like that.
Yeah, they have great.
Like they have to
golden age anime.
Because you can still have really good story, and they do it. And Jujutsu Kaisen does have a good story, but also it's not just like they're like throwing away story because the animation is good. Is that like you have to have quick stories now. You can't have long, drawn-out animes like we used to be able, like, because everyone watched. There's 1,000 billion animes.
I'm not disagreeing with you there. Like I said, I tried watching Bleach, and I was like, oh my god, this is so long.
If One Piece wasn't the GOAT,
like if I haven't been watching One Piece for 20 years now or something like that.
I remember you were watching it with me, and you were just like, oh my god, One Piece moving along.
I know. It was so long.
Yeah, so I feel like we'll see when the story ends, but like right now, if it was like, 90s animation style, I probably would have been like, well, the show's pretty good. That's probably what I would have been like.
I can see
but that. It's not a 90s anime. It's a nowadays anime, and it's fucking amazing because the animation is probably best animation of the year.
Oh, it has to be.
Has
to be. No, watch Attack on Titan gets it.
Yeah. I was gonna say it probably is. I'll say it. I know Demon Slayer is good. I know One Piece got really good. It's gotta be the best anime we've seen so far in the 21st century.
I agree with that. Yeah.
For sure. Best anime
for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Easily.
Yeah,
I don't know.
right?
Easily.
Okay.
This shit.
That one episode alone.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It was incredible. It was insane. I can't believe we're so blessed with this anime.
Yeah. You're so blessed. It took us 45 minutes to talk about it.
Hey, nice.
Once again, thank you, Camilla, for the sign.
Hell yeah, thank you. And thank you, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.